And ace-3 suited, again, definite shove. And it gets through again. And here we're forced to fold again. Now we got king-3. If the small stack shoves, we'll call. Yeah, if it gets to us, we'll call. If this guy goes all in, we'll fold. Yeah, but we have to call here. He could be shoving any 2. Of course, he's got us dominated. Wow, that's perfect. Well, at least it'll be a chop a lot. No 5. Okay, chop it up. Wow. These things rarely get to 100, 200 unless it's like heads up. And again, we'll be shoving if it folds to us in a small blind, which it keeps doing. Actually, even if this guy shoves, I'll probably stick it in. Yeah, so sick. And then here we'll shove. And we'll take that down. Let's see if we won over here. 9 on the river? Yes, sick. Okay, so now we at least got our money back, and we've got a very good chance at winning. Fold that, though, with him only having a tiny bit of blind. Hopefully they get it in and he loses. He's tanking, so he must have a bad hand, and it's okay. Aces hold. If the aces hold, we're in the money. No queen, no 4. Queen! Sick. So sick. Sigh. We would have been compelled to call this guy. We're almost compelled to call this guy too, practically. So sick. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna fold. I'm getting 2 to 1, and I'm gonna be able to shove on this guy's blind very next hand. So. Hopefully this guy shoves. Yeah, that sucks. But we still have to shove here and just hope he folds. Oh, Lord. Can we run any worse? Let's put a 8 out there. Or a 4 really is what we'd like to see, but oh god, so disgusting. Now we got the 10 deuce. We have to shove it. It's suited. Let's see if we get called. Hopefully not. Alright. I don't know about that queen deuce. It's probably a call. Oh god. We can fold to the buttons open. And this guy, it's like, it's so sick. Getting 2 to 1 against a range of virtually any 2. I'm going to call. See if we can end this. Put us out of our misery. Not a good start. Sigh. Gotta be kidding me. So sick. I mean, if I won one of like any of these 10 hands, it would be over. And stick it in, and let's see if we can suck out this time. 10 or a 3 one time? Lord, you gotta be kidding. I just don't make a pair. Okay, so I got my money back only, apparently. Can't believe how long that thing took. So absurd. Alright, so I'll take just trying to give myself something to do because this is getting fairly dull over here just because of our stack size, and it's mostly being open shoved in front of us and stuff. And now this blind just went up even larger. There we go. 7K in the middle. We only have 52K. I think I'm just gonna probably. It's a fairly significant increase just to win the pot, so I'm just gonna open cram. How much do we have? Oh lord. Okay, this guy's been opening full 3x every time. I'm just jamming on him. I don't care that he's opening under the gun. I probably should care, but F this guy. I mean, he's just playing so like absurdly, annoyingly with his raise sizes. With the whole table behind me, and with him being under the gun and not necessarily being that loose, but since we've gotten to this stage, he has been fairly loose. Yeah, and he's just putting out so much for me that he makes it like so tempting to just pick off that raise, which we did. So yeah, F his 3x open, especially when I've got 9s. They're just a robust hand, very robust. So we're down to 94 players, which means I've made at least 180. And I'm up to 23 big blinds, which is slightly below average. We're gonna have to win one of those pots. I'm getting hungry. King 9 suited. Clearly we'll be cramming this if it gets to us. Cram-a-lam or ding-dong for sure. Once that happens, it's either reshove or fold, and I don't really know much about this guy's middle position opening range. King 9 suited, not a horrible hand to reshove light as a steal, but I'm not going to do it. If you reshove every time you get King 9 suited, then you're just going to be reshoving like maniacally, and that's not necessarily the best strategy, to be reshoving super maniacally for full 20 big blinds. So we're down to 91 players right here. It's funny how few showdowns I've had to see. It's not so funny because a lot of hands I wouldn't mind seeing a showdown and having a chance to double up, especially like the aces. And then the one big showdown I did have early was Ace King against Queens, which I lost. Which, if I hadn't lost, I could easily be like near the chip lead. Banneris is still second in chips, playing good. I mean, once you have a big stack, it's easy to keep. If you're a good player, it's easy to like keep it big or continue accumulating, because just gives you leeway to open lots of pots. You know, like min open at least, and just like pick up lots of blinds. Because you're only investing a small percentage of your stack, and then when you get reshoved on, sometimes you'll be priced in, and so you'll be getting the right price to call the reshove and giving yourself a shot to just, and most of the time you'll just take it down pre and stuff. But yeah, clearly that's a fold. So yeah, we got 90 left out of 2400. This is a pretty deep run here. It's going to be a long video, at least 3 parts now, including us getting a second place in a 45 man somewhere along the way. Stack sizes behind me just suck. They're just gonna, I mean, they don't really, these guys are all so short that they should know they don't have a lot of fold equity over my opens. Only this guy really should think that he does. But at the same time, they're short enough that if they pick up anything, they're probably going to go with it. And then we have to like raise fold and or raise puke call, which isn't bad if you have some reasonable hand, but 9 deuce isn't reasonable, obviously. With Grabson sitting out, we're going to look to open pretty wide this next hand. Yeah, I'm going to open this 67.55. The only thing is this guy's on the button, and he seems like a fairly competent player, loose aggressive, so this is a good spot for him to like reshove, especially considering that this guy's sitting out. And then sometimes, unfortunately, this happens. But this would be so gross if he God, if he checked, obviously we just shove. But if he crams into us, all we have is I mean, there's very little chance we have the best hand, and if we have outs, it's like a king or a 6, which is very little, so we're not getting the right price, and so we have to fold. But this is just idiotic, obviously. And so here, we'll go ahead and open again. And we'll snap call any of these short stacks reshoves. Even if they're not reshoving that light, it's, I mean, it's, we just, we're not raise folding 7s on these super shallow stacks. Hopefully it's not Grabson who decides to reshove here, then we'll have a decision at least. If Ivory reshoves, it'll be easy. If he flats, then he's an idiot. Okay. Shut up. Jack ball on the flop. You're drawing near dead, ace 10. Unless it's a 10. No. This will be folding, obviously. We're down to 84 players. Ugh, that's just such a slow incline. That's really what we're looking to get. Top 4 or something. I see players on the other tables opening full 3x still. And this one guy just opened full 3x 2 hands in a row and folded to reshoves both times, so he's just absolutely spewing chips, extra chips. Okay, you'll see. I mean, this would be a shove, even if this guy's calling with... this is an unexploitable shove, basically, if it folds to us. He's only got like 5 behind, and there's Annie, so this is a hugely unexploitable shove if it folds to us. If someone else enters, then... if he does anything, we can't do anything because he's just cramming. If he had folded and he had opened, this is a fairly good type of hand to like reshove bluff, which you should do like occasionally. I mostly advocate only reshoving for like thin value, like for example, like maybe ace 8 off or something like that.